Hello students. In this video, we'll learn the 6 important geographical regions of India one by one. First is Himalaya. The Hindu Kush and Himalaya ranges have created an impenetrable wall on the northern side of the Indian subcontinent. This wall has separated the Indian subcontinent from the desert of Central Asia. However, there is a land route through the Khyber and Bolan passes in the Hindu Kush mountains. This route was connected to an ancient trade route. The trade route from China passed through Central Asia and reached Arabia. It is known as Silk Route or Silk Road because silk was the main commodity exported to the western countries using this road. The route through the passes was used by many foreign invaders to enter ancient India. Many foreign travelers also came to India by this route. Now second is the plains of the Sindhu, Ganga and Brahmaputra. This region consists of the basins of the three big rivers Sindhu, Ganga and Brahmaputra and their tributaries. This region extends from the Sindh Punjab in the west to the present-day Bangladesh in the east. It was in this region that the earliest Indian civilization of Harappa and the later states and empires of ancient India emerged. The third is the Thar Desert. The Thar Desert spreads across Rajasthan, Haryana and some part of the Gujarat. A part of the desert lies in today's Pakistan. The desert has the Satluj River to its north and the Aravalli mountain range to its east, the run of Kutch to its south and the Indus, this river today we are calling the Sindhu river, to its west. The Ghaggar river that originates in Himachal Pradesh reaches the Thar Desert. It is known as Hakar in Pakistan. Its course in Rajasthan and Pakistan has now dried up. Many sites of the Harappan civilization are situated along the now dry course of the river. Now fourth is Deccan Plateau. The regions between the east and the west coast of India tapers off to the south. This region has the Arabian Sea to its west, the Indian Ocean to its south and the Bay of Bengal to its east. A region thus bound by the sea on the three sides is called a peninsula. A major part of the Indian peninsula is occupied by the Indian Plateau. The mountain ranges of the Vindhya and Satpura are located to the north to the Deccan Plateau. The Sahyadri mountain ranges are to its west. They are known as Western Ghats. To the west of the Sahyadri is the coastal region of Konkan and Malabar. The mountains of the eastern side of the Deccan Plateau are known as the Eastern Ghats. Deccan Plateau has fertile land where many post-Harappan agrarian culture flourished. The Deccan Plateau was a part of the Maurya Empire, the largest in the ancient India. After the decline of the Maurya Empire too, several other kingdoms and smaller empires continued to flourish in this region. Now students, we'll see the fifth important region, the coastal region. From the time from the time of the Harappan civilization, ancient India has a trade relation with the Western countries. This trade was carried on by sea. Therefore, India has developed a contact and interaction with foreign cultures and people at the seaports. Later on, land route came to be used for trade and transport, but the importance of sea route did not diminish. The last region is islands in the sea. The Andaman and Nicobar are the Indian islands in the Bay of Bengal. Lakshadweep is a group of Indian islands in the Arabian Sea. The location of these islands may have been important in ancient sea trade. The manuscript Periplus of the Erythraean Sea or Handbook of the Red Sea makes a mention of Indian islands. It has been written by an unknown Greek sailor. So students, I hope you understood this lesson. Thank you.